Good morning, Sunday morning. Out there on YouTube. Test, test, test. If you can hear me, say hello in the chat. Oh, God. Ow, 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 ow. If you can say hello in the chat, if you can hear me, ask away any questions you have. And Papa Just here can help answer your question, your worries. That's what I'm here for. Fun thing about Jordan Peterson, okay? That's the first name I think about when I think about men's help, therapist, whatever. A guy that can help with men's health. Jordan Peterson, since he's Canadian, he's from Toronto, I think. Toronto, yeah. I'm in Vancouver, but he's from Toronto. I cannot stand Jordan Peterson. I cannot watch his videos. I can't listen to that man speak because to me, he just speaks gibberish. He says, blah, 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 you gotta be a man, blah, 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 blah. I can't stand him. Speak clearly, man. Like, just say the truth, speak the truth, and use as few sentences or words as possible to express what you're trying to say. So, yeah. Good morning. Running Man, Jack's Glory, Luigi Murgos. I love that name. Luigi. Tell me how you pronounce your name. Louci. Luigi? That's a very interesting name. I can't stand... Anyways, yeah. I can't listen or watch Jordan Peterson's videos. To me, that man doesn't speak English. He speaks some sort of gibberish. And you know what? Another thing about him. When I listen to that man speak, I feel like I'm back in my university, sitting in the far back row of a lecture hall, listening to my professor speak. And I had to endure those lectures, those 3-hour lectures on a daily basis. And I couldn't stay awake. A lot of Asians in Vancouver? Yes, that is true. When you say Asians, that includes East Indians, right? East Indians. Some Eastern Europeans, like Middle Eastern. I lump them as Asians too. Some of them. How am I doing today? Oh, Sunday? A bit sore, a bit injured, a bit tired, a bit grumpy. But I wanted to get on stream and just try to do this daily commitment of a live stream every day, answering your questions. Talk about more than just swimming, just talk about life. So, yeah, Jordan Peterson, he reminds me of my university professors. Back when I was a kid, I'd sit in the lecture hall listening 3 hours straight to some professor ramble about nonstop gibberish that does not apply to real life. And I'd be like, ugh, falling asleep. Central Asia is what I was thinking, like Dagestan. Dagestani, some of those Dagestanis, when you look at them, like, they may not look Asian, but they have like Asian ancestry. So, for example, I don't know, you see like a mixture when you go into Central Asia. It's like they look Asian, but they're Russian influenced. That's what I'm trying to say. So, not all Middle Eastern. Indians, that depends, right? Who you're asking that question. But we're all just people. I don't care. So, Jordan Peterson, he doesn't make sense to me. The guy just speaks gibberish. He could have like condensed what he's trying to say, a 3 hours podcast into like 3 minutes, if he was concise. So I don't like Jordan Peterson's lectures. I feel like I'm back in university. The fun thing about lecture halls, I would sit in the far, far back, okay? If you're in university, you know what I'm talking about. If you sit in the far, far, far back, that's where the exit is. Now, if shit were to go down, if there was a fire, if there was an earthquake, if there was a terrorist or bomb threat, I would be the first out the exit door. Now, if you sit in the far, far front of a university lecture hall, you are in danger because that is where the professor's line of vision is. So he's most likely going to ask you people in the front row questions during his speech. You people in the front row are the ones that he's going to be interacting with. Second of all, if shit were to go down in a large lecture hall full of hundreds of people, what's going to happen? Panic. Panic. You cannot assume that everyone's going to be polite and well-mannered when their lives are at stake. So, if you look at, I don't know, you just YouTube um, like a natural disaster situation. And you see how people react when they're all scrambling towards one exit, say like a public building, right? People will turn into animals when their lives are on the line, right? But you're smart, so sit in front and do more slides. I never sat in the front row of any of my lecture or any of my classes in university. Same with elementary, middle, high school. I would sit in the far, far back. Why? Because that's where the exit is, right? Anywhere the exit is, I would sit towards because I knew that if shit were to go down, I am the first out the door because people will stomp on you, trample over you, do whatever they can to survive, right? So keep that in mind. Even movie theaters, I would when I was in watching movies in a movie theater, girlfriend and I, we would always sit in the back because we want to be the first out the door, or if we need to use the washroom. That's another thing. If you need access to the washroom, it's kind of embarrassing when you're in the front row or in the middle. I don't know why people sit in the middle of a crowded lecture hall because you got to say excuse me several times to the people that you're trying to cross. That's annoying. That's right. The gunman can come from the exit, but the gunman is going to target. His eyes are focused on the front or the middle, not just the back. So, once a terrorist enters like a public building facility, their peripheral vision is going to be focused more on the middle and front, right, where they can control the people's attention. So the people in the back row can slide out secretly if they're stealthy enough. Okay, this is my perspective. So, yeah, girlfriend and I, we would sit in the back row of movie theaters so we can use the washroom easily. We don't need to excuse anybody. And we get a clear view of the movie screen. Because if you're sitting in the front row, you're looking like this, up towards the screen or up towards the professor. Like that, you're cranking your neck. And yeah, get away with all kinds of hanky-panky when you're in the back. Because no one can see what you're doing with your hands. So that's why I sit in the back of every public facility. Now, let's talk about another situation. Say if we're in a crowded subway train. Where do I sit? I don't sit. I never sat. Maybe if the cart is empty, I'll sit down. But when it is occupied with several people in a subway train, so in Korea, I would always stand. And I would always stand next to the exit doors. Okay? Because, again, if shit goes down, I'm the first out the door. And I like burning calories by standing. So I'd stand, be aware of my surroundings. Even though Korea is a safe place, stand, be ready for anything. And anything could happen at any time. So, yeah, I would always stand. When I was in a crowded bus, I would stand. Usually stand. is my go-to because I like to burn calories. Right? I don't like sitting. I sit when I use the computer. I know people they have like those standing desks when they work from home. I never used that. I never had access to a standing desk. So yeah, would I use a standing desk? No, not really, because my habit when I stand for a long period of time is to stand on one leg, or put my weight onto one leg. Right. So if you're standing for a long time, you have to distribute your weight evenly, or you have to lean against something. Karate. Hello, Ricky. Yeah, I've heard that Jackie Chan. Yeah, some people at my gym call me Jackie Chan because Jackie Chan or Spider Man. I get that a lot wherever I go in the gym. Whenever I train, oh look at Spider Man. It's Spider Man climbing the walls, doing this crazy shit in my gym. I get that a lot. Karate Kid Legends. I'm not interested because one, I'm not interested in Ralph Macchio, and I'm not interested in Jackie Chan, and I'm not interested in that new kid that they're introducing. The reason I like Karate Kid was because of Mr. Miyagi. He was the centerfold. He was he was the glue of that franchise, and everything around him. The second was Ralph Macchio. So Miyagi and Macchio, those two were what made the franchise. Okay, I knew that there was the next Karate Kid with Hilary Swank. I didn't bother to watch that because there's no Ralph Macchio. So the first Karate Kid, and I watched the second Karate Kid, and I watched the third Karate Kid in the movie theaters when I was a kid. Didn't like the third one. Second one was okay. I liked the first one because the first one was basically all you need to learn about life and karate and martial arts and standing up for yourself. And I watched I watched a little bit of Cobra Kai because I like the redemption arc that they put in for Johnny. I like because here's the thing about me. I am the guy that always is in the corner of the underdog. When you're the underdog, I'm rooting for you. Okay, so like Ralph Macchio and Mr. Miyagi, they were the underdogs in the first Karate Kid, right? Johnny and the Cobra Kai, they were the top dogs, right? So I wasn't rooting for them. So in Cobra Kai, Johnny was the underdog, and then Ralph Macchio was the top dog. So my instinct was to support Johnny. It's like I was rooting for Johnny. I didn't care about Ralph Macchio in the Cobra Kai series. I couldn't stand this is his attitude throughout the whole franchise was just like, yo, Mr. Miyagi, why don't you teach me? Why blah, 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 blah. He's always whining and complaining. He took Johnny's girlfriend. And fun fact, who was the girl? Elizabeth Shue. Yeah, she was hot in the first Karate Kid movie. Did you see her in the beach scene with a bikini? Jesus Christ, that's my girl. That is my type of girl. Right there. Voluptuous. You notice girls back then like her, they didn't have like giant booties like they do these days in the gym. They're all trying to sculpt and grow their booties like booty booty. No. Elizabeth Shue in the first Karate Kid, she was voluptuous. Big boobs. That's my type of girl, right? Just balance. You don't have to be thin, wafer thin. You don't need to have a giant booty. You just have to be like healthy. And you have to have like a nice personality, which is really hard to come by. She didn't have a smartphone. They didn't have smartphones. So yeah, I always root for the underdog in any series, whatever I'm watching, right? So here's another fun fact. Andrew Tate. I used to watch Andrew Tate before Andrew Tate was popular. Like, it was like 5-6 years ago. Like, I remember watching his very first videos on YouTube before they blew up, and they had like a couple of views. That's when I discovered Andrew Tate, when he was the underdog. Is that he made a video, a Tate speech about Thailand. He was talking about how all these cheap foreigners go to Thailand and they try to pinch their pennies, and the local Thai girls are ugly. He didn't want to get a STD from these Thai girls. It's all true. What he was saying was true. And I was laughing back then because it was all true. And it was refreshing because that's how I thought about Thailand too. Like, Jesus Christ. So now Andrew Tate is not the underdog. He's the top dog. He's the top G. And he's not really that interesting for me now. Like, I'll watch some of his videos and I agree with some of what he says, but he's just lost that that spark, that interest that I when I first discovered him, long time ago. He had those old crappy Tate speech videos that didn't get any views on YouTube. I was the one that was watching those very first videos, and I was like, "This is all I like to watch." It's like underdogs. I support underdogs. So if you're an underdog, whatever you do I do martial arts? What do you think? Running Man? Do you run? Running Man? It's, geez, I'm wondering. Duh. Maybe I should call my YouTube channel Martial Arts Man or Jackie Chan live stream. Jackie Chan, he's a piece of shit. All right, I'll say it. Look how he treated his wife. Look how he treated his son. His son is a mess. Fun fact, my uncle did business with Jackie Chan in Korea because Jackie Chan was trying to open up a tea shop in Korea. So he needed a franchise partner. So my uncle was the first that did business with Jackie Chan and his partners. So he had dim sum with Jackie Chan and he saw his whole family and he saw how messed up his son was. So Jackie Chan is a very great martial artist, but he is a terrible husband and he's a horrible father to his son. So just look how, I don't know what his son's name is, but he's a messed up kid, right? And the final nail in the coffin is that Jackie Chan sold out Hong Kong. It's like Jackie Chan was from Hong Kong and now he's mainland China, right? So he went where the money was. Was that a smart move? I don't know. He's not the top. He's not the underdog. I liked Jackie Chan when he was the underdog. When he made those first movies after Bruce Lee died, that's when I liked watching Jackie Chan. I liked watching Drunken Master. Just what I would watch Drunken Master and I'd see his moves and like, wow, interesting. But now I don't watch any of his movies. His latest movies, forget it. None of that is interesting. Even like Drunken Master 2 or Rush Hour, I couldn't watch those movies. It was like he was at the top of his game. Like the last Jackie Chan movie I watched, like I paid to go see in a movie theater, was Rumble in the Bronx. Because that was the movie that he filmed here in Vancouver, BC, where I'm from. I'm live streaming to you guys from Vancouver, BC. So I know that area where he filmed. It was in downtown Vancouver. So I watched that movie in the movie theater, and that was his like debut movie here in the West. Like Jackie Chan was famous in the East, and he filmed all his movies in the East. But that was the first movie, Rumble in the Bronx, where he filmed in the West, here in Vancouver, BC. So that movie, Rumble in the Bronx, was really good. I liked that movie. But then after that, he became more popular and then more popular, and then he teamed up with Chris Tucker and Owen Wilson. Wow. Wow, guy. And then I was like, nah, he's not interesting to me anymore. He's just a sellout. He became more and more of a sellout. You know, when he just catered to that mainland Chinese money. What do you know about regional trade? What do you mean? Your daddy's father? What are you talking about? What would you like to say? So yeah, Jackie Chan. I don't like watching any of his mainstream stuff anymore. He's a top dog. He's not the underdog anymore. So Sylvester Stallone, Rocky. I liked the first Rocky movie. Second Rocky movie was good too. Third, I didn't watch. The fourth was like a superhero movie. I could like Rocky Four was aesthetically nice to watch, like his body and the training and the montages. But it just lost the story, and it was just one giant commercial or a superhero movie. To me, Rocky Four. It's like I'll watch highlights of Rocky Four, but story wise, the first Rocky movie was the real deal. And it shouldn't have been called Rocky, the first movie. The first movie should have been called Adrian, because the movie is more about Adrian's arc as well. Because she had the problem where she was introverted, she couldn't socialize, she was stuck living at home with her brother that she had to care for and worked in a pet shop, and she was trapped. And then Rocky saved her. He got her out of her shell. She opened up and she found someone that loved her, and he was like, yeah, I don't care about winning or losing this boxing match. She's like, I just want Adrian. I just want to be with her. It's a love story, right? The boxing is all secondary to me. All right. So I liked Rocky 1. Rocky 2 was good because it kind of closed the story arc of him with Apollo Creed. It wasn't as uh, it wasn't as effective as the first Rocky, but it provided closure, and I think the whole Rocky series should have stopped at Rocky 2 because there was no point in continuing. Because now Adrian is her story is complete. It's like then third Rocky movie, fourth Rocky movie, fifth, sixth, whatever. It drifted farther and farther away from Adrian, which was the focal point of the first movie. So yeah, Rocky 1, for sure, I would watch again and again. Rocky 2, yes, because the ending was great. When he lifted up the belt and he said, You're Adrian, I did it! That was like, yeah. Everyone who trains at the gym or trains very hard will understand that effect at the ending of Rocky 2. It's like, I did it. So, yeah, Rocky. So, where is this story going? I like underdogs. Hello, Justin. Do you still go swimming? How many times? No, I don't swim. I don't swim because swimming has gotten more and more hectic and stressful. And people are becoming. It's just like, okay, Brahim, I'll give you my honest answer, okay? Swimming pools now have evolved over the years, just like gyms. Like you see, like gym culture these days, all these problems that you're seeing on social media that people are reporting about gym culture being toxic. Pool culture is also becoming toxic as well, here in North America at least. Okay. Now, if I had access to a private condo pool, I would have no issues whatsoever. So I would, yeah, I would swim every day if I had access to a private condo pool, whether it's here in Vancouver or over in Malaysia or Thailand, no problem. But I don't, so I have to swim in public swimming pools. And the problem with swimming public swimming pools are kind of the same problems that we have in public commercial gyms. Okay? The people there are just they have no manners. Okay? Now, let's talk about the problem with gyms these days. What are the problems with gyms? Okay, too many people are on their smartphones, distracted, too much yakking. Uh, they're being rude and inconsiderate to each other, like taking up too much time at one station. They're not training hard enough. What else? They're shaming each other. They all have this beef towards each other, like, oh, powerlifting's the best. No, 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 MMA is the best. No, calisthenics is the best. No, bodybuilding is the best. There is no one best, okay? I don't believe in styles. I've said this before, okay? There's only so much we can do with 2 arms and 2 legs, okay? Unless we have 3 arms, 4 legs, a tail, wings, lasers shooting out of our eyeballs, we will have a different form of fitness. But we only have 2 arms and 2 legs, so all we can do is just ask ourselves, how can I express myself honestly? So I don't believe in a scientific way of fitness. I don't believe in calisthenics. I don't believe in karate. I don't believe in judo. I don't believe in yoga. I don't believe in acro. I don't believe in gymnastics. It's all the same to me. You just do what you like doing. Okay? And don't be a specialist. Don't stick to one path or just be rigid. Like, the stiffest tree breaks, okay? The most flexible trees bend to the wind, to the elements, to the earthquakes, to the floods. And those are the ones that grow the strongest. So here are the problems with public pools, okay, that I have witnessed, okay, firsthand. I get sick a lot. Like, my skin becomes sick. I start throwing up after a swimming session, and I'll tell you why. People are shitting in the pool. People are pissing in the pool. People are not washing their bodies thoroughly before entering the pool. People are spitting in the pool. People are exposing chemicals into the pool. And there's so much that chlorine can disinfect. Okay? So I'll give you an example. Girls, they don't wash their hairs before they enter the water. How do I know this? Their hair is completely dry before they enter the water. I see their hair. I look at their scalps. They don't rinse their hair. And what is their hair full of? Hair product, hairspray, hair gel, wax, perm, all those chemicals that you have in your hair, girls. You need to rinse it off before you enter the water. Second thing is, you need to put on a swim cap. A swim cap not only helps you swim faster, but it keeps your hair tidy. All right? Your hair, when it's exposed and it's flowing freely in the water, guess what? Some of those hairs will fall off your head. And I've had hair in my mouth, like some other people's hair in my mouth. I look at the bottom of the pool, I see nothing but a field of hair and Band-Aids. Like I want to throw up. If I could just show you like footage of the bottom of a public swimming pool. Hair, dead skin cells, Band-Aids. Just littered a field. And you can see like the algae growing on top of it. People have diarrhea. People don't tell you this. People have diarrhea and they shit in the pool. Oh, how do I know this? Oh, I know. Because the chlorine levels are getting higher and higher. I can tell when a pool is increasing its chlorine levels. Because I can smell it. You can smell it, obviously. When you get that intense chlorine smell, it's not chlorine itself that you're breathing in. It's the effect of chlorine fighting or reacting to something that it's trying to disinfect. So it's kind of like when you have cooking oil, you put the cooking oil into the frying pan, but you don't smell the cooking oil. Do you smell cooking oil when it's heating up? No. You smell the cooking oil when it reacts to something that it's frying. So the cooking oil, when it's heated and you put like a steak, and then you got that chemical reaction, right? The cooking oil is interacting with the steak and it's in the heat, and you've got that smell. That's the smell that I'm referring to in a swimming pool. That smell is becoming more and more intense as more people are not cleaning themselves properly before entering the pool or doing some nasty thing in the water. Okay? When kids urinate, and I'm telling you, they do urinate a lot in the water, I can tell when they're doing it. Here's how you can tell when someone's pissing in the swimming pool. They stand still. Now, when someone is not moving in the water, it's most likely that they're releasing their bladder. Okay? Because if you think about it, if you try to swim and try to piss at the same time, your bowels, there's no space for the for you to piss. You look at like a dog. Like you see like people walking their dog. You notice when the dog is urinating, the dog has to stand still and then lifts one leg up and then urinates. Same thing with humans. Humans have to stand still in order to urinate. So a lot of kids, a lot of adults are pissing in the swimming pool. They have diarrhea. They're not washing their ass. They're not cleaning their dead skin off. I see a lot of people, they skip the showers and they walk straight from the change room into the water. And some of these mothers, they bring their babies, and the babies are wearing those filthy diapers, and they just dunk their baby into the water. Just like, oh, blah, throwing up, throwing up. And I get sick a lot. Like, throwing up after a swimming session. It's like something inside me. Like, and I'm not drinking the water. I'm not gulp, gulp, gulp. But when you do thousands of laps, that water is sloshing around in your mouth constantly. Like I told you in my swimming videos, you got to control the water, not by keeping it out, but you have to have the water interact with your mouth, a slosh when you side breathe, when you front crawl. And some of that just slowly you ingest. You can't help it. So yeah, I've had skin rashes, diarrhea, stomach aches, my eyes burned, even though I take all these precautions, right? And another problem swimming pools are having are the swim clubs. And not just like competitive swim clubs, but scuba diving clubs, diving clubs, uh, synchronized swimming clubs. All of these clubs have taken over swimming pools. Like they bought all the real estate of a swimming pool. Nowadays, it's very rare to have more than 2 lanes available in a swimming pool, in a public swimming pool, because most of the space has been taken up by these private swim clubs. And this happened after COVID. Like before COVID, it wasn't that bad, but now after COVID, they bought it all up and all, like after COVID was this strange effect where like everyone just like went 200% in. It's like, oh, we gotta catch up. Like we gotta make up for lost time. So they doubled their intake of students, doubled their classes, doubled the amount of space they needed. And these private clubs, they're thriving. Like there's always these kids in these private clubs that I see in my swimming pool, right? And they're just taking up all the space. So I'm stuck with 1 or 2 lanes to do my own swim session. And you gotta fight for the space. And you're dealing with all these other people that don't know how to swim or just you're gonna drive you nuts. So again, my situation isn't very good for swimming right now. I don't have access to a private pool or a condo pool. And the available options right now, these public swimming pools, it's just not good. Not good for me. But what do you do now to look well? Oh, what do I do now? Okay, so if you haven't been following me, I train dry land, so not in the pool, but dry land. So you can check out my other YouTube channel. You can see what I do, the highlights of what I do. So my other YouTube channel is Hey Just on YouTube. So HEYJUSX. Go check it out. You can see my shorts. That's what I do. I do everything. Anything that I am interested in, I do it. So lately I've been doing arm wrestling training. I do calisthenics, do boxing, do Muay Thai, do gymnastics, do yoga, do weight training, do powerlifting, bodybuilding, acro. Again, you think about Bruce Lee, he he just soaked up whatever he saw was interesting to him, right? So let's go through Bruce Lee's journey or fitness journey. Okay, so what did Bruce Lee start with? He didn't start with kung fu. No, most people think that Bruce Lee trained kung fu at an early age. No, he started with cha-cha dancing. He was a cha-cha champion in Hong Kong. Dancing. Where do you think Bruce Lee got his footwork? Naturally, it was just years and years of cha-cha dancing. So he was a dancer first. Interesting fact, huh? Cha-cha dancing. And then he moved on to Wing Chun. Wing Chun dancing. Wing Chun dancing to Wing Chun. Wing Chun. Then he learned a little bit of Kung Fu. And then it just splintered from there. Right? And then he just started absorbing everything around him that was interesting. So he did strongman, the Great Gama. He studied the Great Gama. If you don't know who he was, look him up. The Great Gama, famous strongman from India, long time ago. So he did strongman training. And then he did bodybuilding. Right? Bodybuilding. He did bodybuilding. He did gymnastics. He studied fencing. He studied savate. He studied Muay Thai. He studied... What else did he study? He studied judo from Jean LaBelle. He noticed that later on, like near the end of Bruce Lee's lifetime, like he incorporated more grappling. Like, so for example, the Game of Death and Enter the Dragon, you can see like he incorporated the grappling that he learned later into his fitness journey. And he realized that striking is not always effective when it comes to martial arts. You have to grapple. But he didn't learn grappling until later on in his fitness journey. So what you can learn from Bruce Lee on your own fitness journey is to always keep your eyes open. Don't be rigid. Don't be like Schwarzenegger. Look at Schwarzenegger now. Look at photos of Schwarzenegger. He looks terrible. All of that bodybuilding took a toll on his body. Okay? Look at gymnasts. Like retired champion gymnasts. Look at their bodies. Their bodies are okay. But internally, their whole body is just shattered. They'll tell you. Their bones, their joints, their muscles, they're all aching and breaking, right? Every gymnast parent will tell you, don't sign your child up for gymnastics. You're just going to fuck up their bodies, right? And it's true. So don't stick to one path is what I'm saying. Don't be a specialist in just one lane. So I'm not saying, oh, I'm going to be a swimmer. That's all I'm going to be for the rest of my life. I'm going to be a bodybuilder. That's all I'm going to do for the rest of my life. I'm going to be a gymnast. That's all I'm going to do. No, you need to listen to your body and adapt. Constantly growing, okay? Your body 10 years ago is not going to be the same 10 years later, all right? So adapt, learn how to adapt and grow. And I see this stubborn, blindsided view of fitness these days, like on social media. It's like, yeah, calisthenics is the only way. It's the best way. Yeah, bodybuilding is the only way. Yeah, Sam Sulick's way is the best. Stick to his way. Yeah, it's only that way. Funny thing about Sam Sulick was he was a competitive diver before he was a bodybuilder. I liked Sam Sulick's body when he was a diver, actually. Why? Because it was flexible. It was light. Like, you could watch Sam Sulick's diving footage, right? He was pretty good. He was light. He was nimble. He could do all these flips. He was agile. And now his body is just slow and clunky. Like, you see Sam Sulick now, he's just walking from station to station. He's running out of... He has no breath. He's always out of breath. I liked Sam Sulick before he was a bodybuilder, actually. And I can see where he's heading now. It's like, if he keeps up with this bodybuilding until the end, until it becomes like Schwarzenegger, and then he will end up like Ronnie Coleman or Schwarzenegger. And look at Ronnie Coleman. Ronnie Coleman, really sad story. Ronnie Coleman, he just fucked up his body so bad as a bodybuilder. and he paid the price. He didn't adapt. He didn't listen to his body. His body was screaming, Ronnie, I can't do this bodybuilding anymore. Please, please switch to something else. And I'm not saying like all guys should switch to golf when they become old. Like, I don't like golf. Golf is boring to me. I don't play golf. I tried golf when I was a kid with my fellow classmates. I couldn't wait to get off the golf course after one round. It was so fucking boring. Being out in the field in the front with the mosquitoes biting me and hitting a ball and okay, I hit it again and hit it again and then put it in a hole. Like, what is this? It's like, I want to shoot hoops instead, right? It's faster. I want quick thinking, right? Golf is slow and boring. You got to chat and blah, blah, blah. I'm an athlete and I've worn my knees. Doc said I should give up football, but it isn't the passion. It is my passion, so should I continue to play or wait till my knee grows? That's a good question. Okay? I have pain right here and here because yesterday I was practicing one-arm handstands. Should I give up learning the one-arm handstand? I don't know. It's my question to you. Should I give up the one-arm handstand? I have pain here and I have pain here. Should I give up? No. I'm going to learn it. No matter how long it takes. Now, should I do a session of one-arm handstand practice today? Probably not. It's not a good idea. Probably not a good idea, but I will get back to it. So here's my take. The worst detriment to training, the thing that will really slow down your career are the injuries. Okay? It's easy to train and then you get sore, muscle soreness. Muscle soreness is nothing to me. All right? I can deal with muscle soreness, but dealing with serious injuries, that is a real turning point in every man's career or everyone's training career. It's like, should I go past this injury? Can I overcome these injuries? A lot of people quit because of the injuries, or they have to stop and then all their progress slows down and then 3 months later they pick it up again. Yeah, this happens a lot to every athlete out there. It's like they have to stop or else the pain will just become too much. So I've been injured many times. So many times. And I've had to stop. I had to slow down, to listen to my body. And it just sucks. It's depressing. It's like, Jesus Christ, I want to do it, but my body won't let me. And you try your best, and you can't. Your body physically cannot. It's just like you're like being paralyzed and being stuck in a wheelchair and saying to yourself, I want to stand up and I want to walk around and I want to run, but my body won't let me. That's what injury is like. Serious injuries are like. I'm not talking about muscle soreness, okay? Muscle soreness, you can walk that off easily. But injuries like knee injuries, shoulder injuries, ankle injuries, yeah, those are the real life turners in every man's career, like fitness career, whether you're an athlete or not. So, yeah, my advice is to take some time off and then go back at it once you've healed. So for me, I hate when I get injured because now I have to take a break. I have to sleep. I don't know, I'm just going to rot in my chair or my bed and just wait until these injuries heal. And that sucks. It's like I'm wasting time. There's nothing I can do. I mean, what, put a cast on my arm or sit in a wheelchair, get some crutches. I don't know. Well, what else can I do? Not much when it comes to injuries. You just have to wait for it to heal. So I always try to do something else. It's like, oh, my ankle's hurt today, so I can't really run. My knees hurt, so I can't run. So what can I do? I can ride the bike. Okay? It's like, oh, my legs hurt. Like, I can't run or use the bike today. What can I do? I'll do the rowing machine, or I'll hit a double end bag. Hello, Kevin. Kevin Arnold. Hello, word up, my brother. Get rest, better rest, and then fight another day. Then do it while injured, get permanent damage. Yeah, I've gotten broken everything, injured everything. It never ends. And then, what's your name? My name's Justin. It says right there on the YouTube channel. It's not Jackie. You're not talking to Jackie Chan, okay? This is not Jackie Chan's stream. We were talking about Jackie Chan earlier, by the way. We're talking about Rocky. We're talking about Jordan Peterson, Andrew Tate. We're talking about underdogs. So, yeah, I'm folding my hands, I'm not being dismissive, by the way, when I'm folding my hands. I'm just cold. I have no body fat, so I'm trying to stay warm. I can wear a sweater, or just my arms are freezing. I have no body fat. I do look like Jackie Chan. Oh, thank you. I get that a lot. Yeah, looks-wise and action-wise, I'm like Jackie Chan in the gym. I don't know, people ask me, do I do parkour? I don't do parkour. I've never done parkour, but if I did do parkour, I would probably thrive. I'm probably going to do parkour this summer. I'm going to try to learn from other parkour teachers around my neighborhood. Probably go visit a trampoline park or a parkour gym. Learn some basics of parkour or watch some videos. Look like Rocky? Yo. I'm trying to grow my hair like Rocky. I'm trying to grow my hair like Kinshiro from Fist of the North Star. That's my look. Bruce Lee, Enter the Dragon look. So bangs cut short, long. I gotta grow this part. So the barber just shaved it all off. I don't know. He just likes to shave my sides and back like really short. But no, I like Bruce Lee, Enter the Dragon, just long hair here. Kinshiro, Fist of the North Star. So here's another thing about your hair. Guys, okay? Cut your bangs, okay? My bangs are short for a reason. Why? Because when you box, your eyes are looking, your head is down, and you're looking at your opponent's chest like this. Now, if your hair is dangling like this, like you broccoli head zoomers, you can't see very clearly your opponent if you have long bangs. If you have short bangs, then you can see your opponent's chest. So, whenever I see a guy with long hair in the front, I can tell that guy doesn't really fight or doesn't really spar or is really into martial arts. Because you need to see your opponent while your chin is down. Chin down, shoulders up. Okay? Protect yourself like this. Okay? Protect yourself. You need to see. Canelo, his hair is short. Terrence Crawford, his hair is short in the front. Now, Bruce Lee, his bangs were always short. You notice that all of his photos, Bruce Lee's hair, his bangs were short above his eyebrows. Okay? It was because of this reason. So he can see his opponent when he's fighting. Okay? Right? But the sides and the back of Bruce Lee's hair, he can grow it long because it didn't matter when you're fighting. Okay, isn't that interesting? And by the way, I saw the highlights of Canelo's fight last night, and it was really boring. His opponent's skull, he was just running around like a chicken in the ring. I couldn't watch it. I was like, this is boring. It's like, okay, Canelo, slowly pacing, stalking, and then skull, running around like a chicken. Like, there was nothing to watch here. And they kept doing it for the whole fight. This is boring. So Canelo versus Crawford, that would be more interesting. I like Crawford as a boxer because Crawford listens. It's like you can see like Crawford when he fights an opponent, he just listens to his opponent. And then he slowly breaks down what his opponent's habits are. And he adapts. He can adapt on the fly. That, to me, is the marking of a good boxer who adapts. Now, Canelo, does he adapt? Not really. Canelo, he has that style. You can see it right away. He's got that slow style. And then Bivol just took him apart. Because Bivol is just like, he saw Canelo's just like rigid style. Is slowly marching forward. Like, don't get me wrong. I like Canelo. Canelo's got the power. Canelo's got the defense. He learned the head movement from Nicolino Loche. That's a boxer that I really like. Nicolino Loche. You got to look him up. Okay? So, he's got the defense. He's got the power. But he's just got this rigid style, boxing style. He just doesn't adapt. Do you ever see Canelo throwing jabs like Muhammad Ali? No, he just slowly stalking his opponent. That's all he does, is slowly stalk his opponent. Like, I know, I can close my eyes and I know what Canelo's fight's going to be like, right? To me, that's not fun. Terence Crawford, on the other hand, he can switch. He can adapt. That's what I like seeing. Like, something that you haven't seen before. Bivol, I like Bivol. He was good. Versus Beterbiev. Beterbiev's got the power. I train like Beterbiev. But I like Bivol's boxing style better than Beterbiev. Beterbiev is kind of straightforward when he boxes. And Bivol is a little bit more flexible. So I like that Bivol Soviet style, just light, fast, and just moving, constantly moving, right? I like that. And yeah, the one of the highlights for Bivol for me was when he fought Canelo, and Canelo like was enticing him, like so Bivol got Canelo on the ropes, and Canelo was like, come on, throw all you got at me. And then Bivol just stood there. That was the moment I liked Bivol. I was like, okay. I didn't know who Bivol was, actually, before he fought Canelo. I heard about him, but I didn't really pay attention until I saw that highlight. Okay, so Canelo was against the ropes, and he was like, come on, Bivol, throw whatever you got. Because Canelo's a counterpuncher, right? That's how he makes... That's his career. It's counterpunching. You throw something, and then Canelo will counter it. So Canelo was like, come on, Bivol, throw what you got. And then Bivol just stood there. He was like, no, I'm not. I'm not going to bite. So you come over to me. And that was the moment I liked Bivol. I was like, you know what? Okay, I like Bivol now. He didn't bite. All of other Canelo's past opponents, they all bit. It's like, okay, they bought. Okay, I'm going to try to hit Canelo, and then they got countered. So now Bivol is no longer the underdog. Okay, again, Bivol was the underdog. I rooted for Bivol during the Canelo fight. And now Bivol's the champion. Is he interesting to me? Not as much. Okay, him versus Beterbiev part 3. Like I kind of know what's going to happen. And now I'm rooting for Beterbiev because now he's the underdog. So we'll see. So I don't swim in swimming pools, public swimming pools, rarely, because how disgusting the water is and how many times I get sick after every session. To answer your question, people are just disgusting. They don't shower, they don't use soap, they don't rinse off the chemicals on their skin and their body, their hair. Girls, they wear makeup when they enter the water. Ugh. I see these girls, these Instagram girls, like they're there to do an Instagram post or something. They have full-on makeup. The hair is done. They didn't rinse their hair off all those chemicals. They didn't wash all of that makeup chemical off their face. and they just dip themselves in the water. Ugh. And I know all that makeup chemical, the hair chemicals, hair follicles are gonna just fall off and just collect on top of the water. And the girls are always gonna complain, "Why I don't rinse my face. I can do whatever I want. This is a public pool. I paid." And there's signs everywhere around the pool saying, "Please rinse thoroughly before entering the water. Do not spit." People still spit. There should be another sign. There should be like a huge sign in every pool. Don't piss or shit in the water. No matter how much chlorine we use, it cannot disinfect 100% of your urine or shit or diarrhea. So please take a thorough shower. I take a thorough shower. I wear a swim cap. I do all of these preventative measures because I was taught early on. I knew just common sense. It's etiquette. Like wipe down the bench if your sweat has soaked up the bench. Like it's common sense. Wipe down your equipment. And they don't do it in a pool, public pool. Seniors, you've heard about seniors, right? They can't control their bladder. And they can go anytime because they're seniors. They don't give a shit. A lot of those seniors, they're pissing in the pool. They're letting their bowels flow freely in the water. And you can't see it. You cannot see it. And there was this one pool, this commercial indoor public pool I go to. They get like almost on a daily basis. On a daily basis, they have to evacuate the pool because someone poops in the water or someone did some nasty thing. It's like, okay, we need you to get out of the pool. Please evacuate the pool. Well, we need to assess the damage. And then there's a lifeguard with a pole with a net, and they got to scoop out the poop or the vomit or the puke or and then the head lifeguard has a bucket of chlorine. And they dump that chlorine powder in that affected area, and then they got to let it settle. And then 2 hours later, they're like, okay, everybody get back into the pool, and then it happens again. It's like they don't tell you that when you're a lifeguard, you become a janitor. When you sign up for becoming a lifeguard, you are a janitor, basically. You wash the public change rooms, you hose down the public change rooms, all the toilet paper, the poop, the dirt, the hair, you rinse it off with a hose, and you scoop up poop in the pool, and you dump chlorine here and there. You're a glorified janitor when you become a lifeguard. And then you tell people, don't run. Be safe. Don't do that. Pramod, hello. Paren, hello. How was your Sunday? We're just shooting the shit here. We were talking about topics like Jordan Peterson, Andrew Tate, Rocky, Jackie Chan, because I don't know. That's the conversation we're having so far. So do I like Jackie Chan now? No, I think he's a piece of shit. He's a sellout. He's a terrible husband. Just look up how many times he cheated on his wife. And then he felt sorry. And then he's like, oh, I'm going to give away my fortune when I pass because my wife deserves it. I treated her so badly. I slept with all these girls. Here's another thing, okay? If you want to be in a Jackie Chan movie as a woman, as a young woman, you have to sleep with Jackie. They don't tell you this, but that is what goes down in the grapevine. Same with Hollywood and stuff like that. Harvey Weinstein shit. Harvey Weinstein debacle is not new, okay, when it comes to movies, the film industry. Do you know Jawa? Who's Jawa? I'm not familiar with Singapore, but I do. I have visited Malaysia and Kuala Lumpur a lot, but never Singapore because Singapore was always expensive. It's like Singapore was the expensive version of Malaysia to me. and less fun because there's more rules and there's caning. So I didn't really go. I had no incentive to visit Singapore because it's so expensive. I don't know. I don't know what Jawa is. Uchiha? What is that? Naruto? So yeah, I do like seeing that Singapore airport. I've seen videos of the Singapore airport. That looks fun. I would visit that. But anything else, I don't know. No, you're not. Just look. You look up his career, his scandals. His son was on drugs. He cheated on his wife. He did a lot of business partnerships that failed. A lot of business. He had Jackie Chan, Nintendo. Yeah, everyone who knows Jackie Chan well, not just from his movies, but him as a human being. He knows. Everyone says he's a piece of shit, and I can tell. Yeah, the way he treats his wife, the way he treats his son, the way he treats Hong Kong. Imagine you're from Hong Kong. Your roots are from Hong Kong, and then you support mainland China instead. Like, imagine if Bruce Lee lived until Jackie Chan's age. It's like, so Bruce Lee and Jackie Chan, they're both from Hong Kong. Their roots are in Hong Kong. Do you think Bruce Lee would sell out to mainland China later on in his career? I mean, Bruce Lee, he died with like $1 or $2 million. That's it. That's all he had, Bruce Lee. Like his fortune, like his house, his cars, his whole career fortune was like $1 million, $2 million. That's it. He didn't make much money. Most of the money was made by the Golden Harvest, the movie production company that he worked for, right? They made they clearly raked up all the money from his movies. But Bruce Lee, yeah, he had his schools that he closed down, house, cars, his family, and all that. But yeah, do you think Bruce Lee would have sold out to mainland China later on in his career, like Jackie did? Jackie could have been just he could have just stayed quiet, lived in Hong Kong, lived a humble life, support his family, his kids. But no, he was just too ambitious. He just kept grabbing more and more and more. Hong Kong wasn't enough. He wanted Hollywood, and then he wanted mainland China, and then he wanted this franchise, and just more and more money, 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 money. So I cannot swim. I have low back pain. Swimming is for you then. All right. If you have low back pain, if you have knee pain, any kind of pain, swimming is the answer because you won't feel that when you swim. You won't feel any of that when you swim. Okay? You're in water. You have no shock absorption when it comes to water. Okay? Now, the problem is not swimming, it's having access to a nice swimming facility. For me, I don't have a condo pool now. I don't have access to a private pool. I did in the past when I was in Malaysia or Thailand or Vancouver. But now I can only swim in a public pool, and I don't want to because I get sick all the time because everyone's shitting and pissing in the water. And then they're not scrubbing all their chemicals off their bodies or hair. So I'm getting sick every time I swim in a public pool. And I was like, fuck it. I can't do this. And then the space is not available anymore. It's like there used to be 4 lanes available at my public pool. Now there's only 1 lane available because these swim clubs have bought up all the real estate in the pool. So what can you do as a swimmer? For me, I'm still on the hunt for a private pool. If I get access to one, then I will just swim every day. But now, no. I know in maybe like Sweden or the Netherlands, they have private pools that you can rent. Like you could rent a lane and you can swim, and there's no kids. It's only adults. I need to make a business like that here, if there is ever a need, because kids and adults share a facility at the same time. And that's another problem. Like calisthenics, you see like calisthenics videos, they're always outdoors, right? Where are they training? They're training in the kids' playgrounds. And they don't tell you this, but kids' playgrounds are occupied by kids and the mothers and the Karens. And some of these Karens, some of these kids are annoying to deal with when you're training calisthenics. So you either have to train with adults only or you train with kids only. So I've gotten kicked out of kids' playgrounds because I was an adult training calisthenics. And they would say, no, this playground is only for kids, sir. I'd be like, no, it's not. It's a public park. And they're like, I'm going to report you to the police. You look like a felon. You look like a culprit. Blah, blah, blah. Like, again, it's small, low IQ people. Pools have chemicals. Pools have chemicals, yes. Try swimming in the open water, in the ocean, and lake. It's very different. Very different. I get sick a lot in swimming in the ocean because what they don't tell you about open water swimming is that the boats. So the boats, the small boats, big boats, private boats that are on the water, they dump their toilet water into the ocean. Okay? So here in Vancouver, we have a huge fecal problem, shit problem in the summertime. Because people, they take their private boats out into the ocean, they drink a lot of beer, they eat a lot of crappy food, and they shit in their toilets on their boats, private boats, and then they dump their toilet water into the ocean. And who's swimming in the ocean? Me and other people. And we get sick. Hello, John. Christ Dolores. So, if you want to get a mouthful of fecal water sloshing in your mouth, make sure you get your hepatitis B shots and all that when you're swimming in open water. It's a free-for-all. Ugh, disgusting. It's filthy. Very filthy. Yeah. And this is not just a phenomenon here in North America. Everywhere around the world, okay? If you can reach open water from a shoreline, there's going to be boats. And when there's boats, there's people pooping and peeing, and then they're dumping that into the water itself. Okay? I don't care how crystal clean it looks on the outside. It's so contaminated. Okay? And the weather's nice. Everyone's thinking the same thing. Oh, the weather's nice. Weather's warm. I should go out and get on my boat, or I should get in the water and swim. It's the first time someone don't ignore me in the video. Ask your questions. I'm going to end it soon. We're just talking. It's Sunday. I'm probably going to ride my bike, go do some workout in the nice hot weather. Prakasa, you're a pervert. Are you drunk right now? Think about what you're saying. Yes, I've had sex in the pool with my girlfriends. Is it fun? No, actually, because pool water is cold. It's very cold to have sex in pool water or open water. All right? Girlfriend might like it, but as a guy, it's freezing cold. Right? And you're just standing there. And you got to do it late at night. So what I advocate instead is to do it in the steam room. Steam room's better because you can't see anything. It's like this nice mist. And the room reverberates so you can hear her. I am new to the channel. What is this channel about? This channel is about Justin. Okay? This channel is not about swimming. This channel is not about fitness. This is about life and Justin. Life according to Justin. That's what this channel is about. You probably don't know about me, but in the past, I've made videos about my music, my band, learning Korean, me being in Seoul, Korea, living in Seoul, Korea, talking about Seoul culture, talking about boxing, talking about swimming, talking about, I don't know, daily life. What else have I covered? Guitars. Yeah, I made like guitar reviews on this channel, and I'm sure like the average viewer is like, what the hell is this channel about? I can't figure it out. I'm trying to put him in a niche and put him in a box, but you can't. You can't put me in a box. It's just me. It's like, what is, I don't know, who is similar to me? I don't know, I'm just living my life and just talking. And this channel will constantly evolve. I'm never going to make videos until the day I die. Like, I'm never going to make swimming videos every day. That would be boring. I've seen people just stuck in a niche. Like, I don't know, like mukbang videos. You know, people eating, constantly eating in their videos, or trying, like, I've seen people like in Thailand, all they do is vlog about Thailand. They go nuts, okay? If you stick it long enough in one niche for several years, you're gonna go nuts. You're talking about the same thing over and over again, like you're repeating yourself. I find that really boring. So me, I'm constantly evolving. I'm just constantly talking about new things that's happening in my life and I'm experiencing. And recently, I just came back to this channel because I have stuff to talk about. Like in the past, I would make swimming videos every week and I'd talk about the same breathing and the boring stuff. I'm like, do I want to do this for the rest of my life? This sounds like a job. This sounds like me in an echo chamber. I don't find it fun. So I can make videos about swimming. Don't get me wrong, right? But I'm not going to pander to people who just want swimming videos, right? I got to make videos that I enjoy making. So I was like, should I film, edit, post, and all that stuff? I was like, no. The easiest thing was like, okay, I'm just going to hit the live button. So right now I'm just experimenting with live streaming. Just putting up this live stream for you guys and just see how it goes. I'm just freestyling. So that's what I've been doing these last couple of days. Just freestyling, just playing around. And just see what's going on in the conversation. See where this will go. Because now I'm getting more interested into live streaming. Because you know that I don't have to edit this video after, spend hours editing. I don't have to, Premiere Pro, Final Cut, yeah, all that, hours. Right? And if you don't want to edit your own videos, you got to hire somebody to edit your videos. And then sometimes you don't like the way they edit your video. And it's a lot of work making YouTube videos that you have to edit, film, plan, edit. Live stream, you just hit the live button. PokeTube. I like your name, PokeTube. Do you like Pokimane? Do you think Pokimane is pretty? How about a video of you walking around the neighborhood city? Oh boy, this area is rough. This area where I live in is not fun. I'm serious. This is not a walkable city. Vancouver is just like every other boring North American city. It's just ugly buildings, cars everywhere. It's not like Korea or Singapore or Malaysia or Thailand or, I don't know, all those places in the East are more fun to walk around and film. Like, you don't know what I'm talking about until you've lived overseas, especially in the East. If you've lived in Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore, Korea, Japan, Taiwan, those places, they're walkable. You can walk outside your door and the infrastructure is catered towards somebody who's on foot, right? There's stores everywhere, there's cafes everywhere, there's people thriving, teeming with life in those areas, right? And it's accessible to everybody, poor, rich, whatever your background is. When you're in Korea, when you're in Thailand, when you're in Malaysia, Taiwan, Japan, right? The whole infrastructure is catered to everybody, okay? You don't need a car. But here in North America, you need a car. You can't walk unless you want to walk for hours to the next interesting coffee shop or next interesting, I don't know, just place to check out. It's not like that. So I was thinking about that, doing an in-real IRL stream. So I was like, okay, maybe I can do an IRL stream in my gym, inside my gym, because I have access to the Wi-Fi in the gym. Because I've seen those people who do the IRL stream. They need like a huge setup that they put inside their backpack, like a battery pack, all this shit that can transmit their signal. I was like, holy shit. Some of that stuff is like $1 or $2 and you gotta wear that clunky backpack and then the cable, and you connect the cable to your action camera. Like I saw Sea Dog VA, what was his name in Japan? The guy who he live streams with abroad in Japan. Connor. I saw his setup. I'm like, holy shit, I can't wear that. Like the huge backpack and the cable, and he's riding a bike with abroad in Japan. By the way, abroad in Japan is another underdog. Hello, Jimmy. Say something, Jimmy. Ask questions. Word up, my brother. PokeTube. Say what's on your mind, because I'm going to end this stream soon. Abroad in Japan, when Abroad in Japan first made his YouTube channel and made his first few videos, like 10, 12 years ago, I was watching those videos. I thought he was interesting. Now, I don't watch Abroad in Japan anymore because his videos are all the same. He's become the top dog. He's the top YouTuber in Japan for English-speaking audience. His videos are now like, oh, always the same, like how to do a trip to Japan, what's the cheapest way to save money on a Japan trip, things you should not do in Japan. Like his humor was fun way back in his first few videos. Now his humor is like, yeah, it's there, but it's just highly polished. And like, I've heard these jokes. It's no longer fun. Russell Peters, the comedian, he was fun when he first, like, when he was starting out. He was funny. And now I don't laugh at any of his jokes. It's not funny anymore. Dave Chappelle, when he first came out, first stand-up comedy specials, I was laughing like crazy. And now, his Netflix shows, I don't laugh at all. I don't find myself laughing at any of Dave Chappelle's stand-up. Like, I'll listen, and he's got interesting insights into pop culture, but now I don't laugh at any of his Netflix shows. It's just like, it's more like a commentary on life as a philosopher. He's more of a philosopher now. Chris Rock, I would laugh at his comedy specials. Like when his first few comedy specials, I was laughing like crazy. But now he's just, I don't laugh. So you can see the pattern here. I'm always rooting for the underdog. Like, I love the underdogs. The ones that are not... I'm an underdog right now. And I hope that I stay the underdog. Because once I become mainstream, or if I become popular, or if I become, if I blow up on YouTube or on some other platform, I lose that indie, that spark, And I don't want to be mainstream. I don't want to make mainstream swimming videos. Like, oh, fuck. Those highly polished YouTube videos you see, right? Like, they've hired like 1 or 2 video editors to really polish the videos up. Like Mr. Beast style or Abroad in Japan style. Those aren't fun to watch, in my opinion. It's like mainstream TV. It's like, oh, it's not fun to watch. But when you're the underdog, when you're the indie artists, whether you're Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, or Brought in Japan, Andrew Tate, when you're first starting out, like when most people aren't focused on you, they're not paying attention to you, that's when you're free. You're free to do whatever you want. All of a sudden, I'm just thinking about Muse, the band, Muse, M-U-S-E. Before they were popular, I used to listen to their music a lot. And now that they've hit mainstream, I saw a concert on YouTube of Muse in 2024 or 2025. Like their act, their performance is so polished that it's not fun to watch. Like even if they're playing their hit songs, those songs that they wrote like 10, 12, 15 years ago, it no longer has that punch. It's like, you watch like U2 the band, and you listen to Bono and The Edge, them playing their hit songs like With or Without You in 2025. You see them live, it's so polished and it's just so just lifeless, soulless. It's like they don't have that spark anymore. You can see it in their body language. They just don't want to play that song anymore. And why do they play it? Because the fans want it. Because the money speaks, right? People pay to listen to U2 play that song live. But Bono is saying to himself, I'm going to kill myself because I've sung this With or Without You song for the 5 billionth time. I'm going to just cut my throat open because I can't stand this song anymore. But it pays my bills. That's when an artist turns to drugs, turns to suicide, turns to just fucking whatever, just because they're in a box. They've become what they hate. They hate what they love. And I don't want to be like that. I don't want to hate what I love. I want to love what I do. So I'm in a new stage in my life. Okay? I'm just evolving. I'm not the same person I was 10 years ago. So I'm not making those swimming videos I made 10 years ago. Or the guitar review videos I made, I don't know, however long ago. It's always evolving. I hope you can see that. I have a question. Would you be interested to watch a child grow or a child's knee grow? What? I'm not interested in watching anyone grow. Child grow? That's another one. I get it. I get it. What was it? Oh, yeah. Here's another phenomenon, a fad. Progress videos, like body transformation. Those are popular on YouTube. Seeing like a body transformation, like from fat to thin to lean to shredded to ripped and jacked. That's what I would watch, maybe. Okay, to answer your question. Your joke, Winterverse? It reminds me of what was it? It reminds me of a black man visiting China, mainland China, not Hong Kong, China, mainland China, for the first time, and he was shouting. He was complaining that all these mainland Chinese people are racist. And I said, why? Because they kept saying the N-word. They kept saying the N-word. Not to him, but they're just saying it out loud. But he doesn't understand that if you get it, if you get the joke, it's like in Mandarin, the equivalent of English being spoken, like saying in English we say like um uh uh the equivalent of that in mainland Chinese is the N word. So he's like, all these people are saying the N word out loud. God, these people are racists. And to the Chinese, they were all like, let me see, what? Okay, so that's the end of this fun live stream. I hope I've answered some questions or expanded your mind. Rewatch it if you want, and please subscribe to my other YouTube channel. Hey Just, HeyJusX. I didn't use T. I used X because the T is shifted like that. That's why I use X. I think that's cooler. And yeah, that is my fitness diary channel, you could say. That's just me training. So you can see how I train, and then gives you some insight of how you can adapt your training, okay? I'll try to make some more videos on that channel as well. On this channel, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll probably make some more of these live streams for you guys, hopefully on a daily basis. See where this goes, and probably expand it. Maybe I will do a live stream outside of my house if I can get a battery pack. An in real life stream setup, or get some sort of Wi-Fi access when I'm out and about. So obviously I can't do it now, but yeah, I'll try to figure it out. Okay, so enjoy the rest of your Sunday, guys. It's nice and sunny here in Vancouver, and I'll talk again. Okay.